Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with a sponsored stream today. We are here with a sponsored stream. One of my viewers who would like to remain anonymous wanted to sponsor today's topic, where we're going to be talking about a constant feeling of background anxiety. Now, before we get into that, you may be wondering, bro, why did you skip the whole starting soon screen? Why are you here right now? Why are you rushing into this thing? Why are you smoking? Guys, we got a new camera, right? I don't know if you can tell. Bump your quality up a little bit. Tell me what you think about the new camera. It's very purple right now, but that's on purpose. I've got purple lighting set up. I'm going to mess with it in the future and do a few things and see what I like best. But tell me if you like the new camera quality. What's it look like? Does it look good? But the reason we skip past starting soon and we're here and we're smoking on stream is because I'm stressed. And I'll tell you why I'm stressed. I spent $200 on this new webcam, right? And I hope it looks good. I spent $200 on this new webcam. I took it out of the box. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I got it all hooked up. And I spent the last 3 hours trying to figure out why it looked like shit. Like, it looked like crap. I can't explain how bad it looked. And you guys want to know what the solution was? You guys want to know why I spent the last 3 hours trying to get the webcam to look like it does now? Because I had 7 filters. I had 7 filters applied to the webcam in the settings that I wasn't aware of, that I had done before with the old shitty webcam, trying to make it look good. 7 filters. And I thought it was the webcam's fault. So I'm sitting here for 3 hours thinking, man, $200 down the drain. This is shit. I hate it. And it was because I had 7 filters applied in the settings that I wasn't aware of. And then I was like, I wonder what does this button do? And I brought up the filters and then I removed all 7 of them, and it started to look like this. And I was like, all right, I see you. So it was my fault. The entire time. My fault the entire time. So I could have, after I removed all the filters, went on to mess with the camera a little bit more and make it look a little bit better. I'm still going to do that later. There's a lot I want to do to the new camera now that I've got everything fixed. But after spending 3 hours doing that, I'll do it later. I turned on my purple lights. I look very purple. That's on purpose. And I said, you know what? Let's stream. Let's just go ahead and stream. I'll mess with it later because that was just 3 hours, guys. I was stressing. But you know what? We're here, man, and we figured it out. Thank God we figured it out. And you know, at one point, I promise, I'm going to move on to the point of the stream. Like I said, this is a sponsored stream. One of my viewers, they're going to remain anonymous. They hit our tip goal for us today. They wanted to talk about this topic. That's what we're going to do. But before I move on to that, I just want to say a few things. We are going to, hold on, give me just a second. We are going to get to the point of the stream. Let me update the tip goal because, like I said, this is a sponsored stream. We're moving on to a 7-day streak. There we go. But I do want to say a few things before we get into that. Number one, thank you guys for all of the love and support that you've been showing me over on TikTok. That is growing like crazy. I didn't think it would, but it is. So thank you so much for that. And number two, there was a number 2, and I think I just forgot it. I'm stressed, guys. I am fucking stressed after all of that. But you know what? Forget number 2. We don't need number 2. Who do we got into the stream today? We've got Ivan, we've got Sky, we've got Martin, we've got Gamer. What's up, guys? We got Cherie, we got Sarah. What is up, guys? We got Sky. I think I already said that. Camera's good, but maybe a little more red color. Dude, I will mess with all those settings in just a little bit. But right now, I don't want to see another webcam setting for the rest of my life. But anyway, how does it look? Does it look good? Do we look good? Camera quality makes you look like a Giga Chad. Wonder Chad Giga Pro. All right, guys. My head's spinning. Let's go ahead and get into this one, shall we? Let's go ahead and get into the topic of today's stream. Let's get this music out of here. Give me just a second. All right, get that out of there. Get that out of there. All right, let's talk about it. Sponsored stream today. We're going to be talking about a constant feeling of anxiety in the background. A constant feeling of anxiety in the background. Now, the first thing I want to say about this topic in particular is that there is nothing out of the ordinary about a constant feeling of anxiety in the background, right? So a lot of people sort of assume that anxiety only comes in the form of intrusive thoughts, or anxiety only comes in the form of panic attacks, or anxiety only comes in the form of heightened, intense moments, right? Heightened and intense moments. But I'm here to tell you, when it comes to the topic of a low-level feeling, maybe not even a low-level feeling, but just a feeling of constant anxiety in the background, this is really just run-of-the-mill sensitization. This does not make you different. This does not somehow make you special, right? Anxiety, especially when it comes to sensitized nerves, does not just come into the form of panic attacks. It does not just come in form of, okay, I had an intrusive thought and now I'm triggered. Right? When you have very tired, sensitized nerves, that can be felt in the background probably for most of your day, right? Probably for most of your day, if not all of your day. So, again, there is a big misconception, especially when it comes to the term panic attack. A lot of people think anxiety only shows up in the form of panic attacks. Those are a totally different topic. They're a totally different topic. A lot of people think anxiety only shows up in the form of, okay, I'm triggered. Okay, but when you've got really tired nerves, when you are in a tired nervous system, tired mind, tired body, right? When you are in the state of fight or flight and your nerves are, for lack of better words, just really, really toasty, okay, you're going to feel that. You are going to feel that probably throughout most of your day, if not all of your day. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to be running around with constant panic attacks. That doesn't mean you're going to be running around with constant triggering intrusive thoughts. These things can happen while you're sensitized, right? But there's always probably going to be a sort of background noise. There's always probably going to be a sort of in the background doom, gloom, fearful anxiety feeling when you have a tired nervous system. So I don't want anyone out there to think when it comes to this topic that, oh man, you know, what Wonder Bros says doesn't apply to me because I have a constant feeling of anxiety. It's not just when I get intrusive thoughts. It's not just when I get panic attacks. Understand that that's what we're here talking about, right? That's what we've been talking about since day one, is that tired nerves leads to almost a constant feeling of background anxiety, right? And now while you're feeling that constant feeling of background anxiety, there is a chance that panic attacks can come into play, right? There is a chance that you'll be specifically more triggered in certain moments and feel it more intensely because of an intrusive thought or something. But for the most part, if you are a sensitized individual, you are going to feel almost a constant sort of level of anxiety that kind of varies in severity. Maybe it's stronger when you wake up in the morning. Maybe it's stronger at night, you know, depending on who you are, what your situation is. But if you are sensitized, my main point with this topic, guys, and I feel like this is probably why this question was asked, I don't know, you are normal, right? I feel like that's why this question was asked. Am I normal because I experience doom and gloom pretty much 24/7? Am I normal because I experience a certain level of anxiety pretty much 24/7 without any necessary trigger attached to it? Yes. You are 110% normal. That is part of being in a tired nervous system. When you're in a tired nervous system, fight or flight is turned on and your nerves are on a hair trigger. It doesn't take anything to feel that anxiety. When your nerves are that sensitized, it doesn't necessarily take a specific trigger to feel the anxiety that comes with that. You just kind of carry that around with you, and that's part of being an entire nervous system. Now, like I said, that comes in varying degrees. That comes in varying different severities, right? As you heal, that'll probably become much lighter. Maybe right now for you, that's a very high feeling of anxiety pretty much throughout your entire day. You know, there's different variables that go into this. But I think I want to sum this up by saying, is it normal to have a feeling of anxiety, doom, gloom, so forth and so on, without any specific trigger? When you are sensitized, absolutely 110% yes. Just to talk about my journey for a minute, you know, back in the day, I didn't necessarily, and I had a lot of intrusive thoughts, right? But I didn't necessarily have to have any sort of intrusive thoughts going on at the moment to feel just sensitized, to feel anxious, to feel doom and gloom, to feel fear. And the simple explanation for that is tired nerves. The simple explanation for that is you've got a nervous system that is beat down, that is really toasty, that is really tired. And guess what? A tired nervous system does not need anything, really. A tired nervous system, that is severely sensitized, does not need anything to feel that way. That's just a part of a tired nervous system. So sometimes in the past we talk about how if you sprain your ankle, pain is a symptom of a sprained ankle, right? So just like when you're in a tired nervous system, anxiety is a symptom of being in a tired nervous system. It doesn't necessarily need anything to be there. It doesn't necessarily need anything to show up, right? So are you normal? Yes, you are 110% normal. That is a part of being in a tired nervous system. In fact, not only are you normal, but in fact, I don't talk to a whole lot of people. I don't meet a whole lot of people doing what I do that doesn't experience some sort of at least low level anxiety within their body and within their mind, right? Right? So I don't meet very many people doing what I do that doesn't have some level of anxiety that follows them around. That's just part of being in a tired nervous system. So I feel like like I said, I feel like the interest behind this topic and the reason so many people are interested in this topic is because they want to know that they are normal. They want to know that what they're going through is normal. And I'm here to tell you today it's completely normal. In fact, it would be a little bit odd, right? And unless you're later on in your recovery and you're making progress, it would be a little bit odd if you didn't have some sort of anxiety there pretty much throughout your day. Right? Like I said, there's different variables that go into that, different severities to that. But yeah, it would be a little bit odd if you didn't experience some sort of doom, gloom, or fear or anxiety through most of your day if you have a very tired nervous system. Now, as you go on through your recovery, that's going to get less and less, and there will come a time where you don't feel a constant background anxiety. There will come a time where maybe it comes and goes, right? All of that will happen. But if you're in a very tired nervous system, it would be quite odd for you to not feel some sort of anxiety, right? So not only are you normal, but you are very normal. You are very normal. So, interesting topic, a constant feeling of anxiety in the background. I don't really have much more to say about that topic. I think we pretty much covered that up. Gamer in the chat says, all day today I've been in constant fear, anxious feelings, and just feeling scared or feeling fear. There you go. I mean, that's just a part of being in a tired nervous system, which is our main point today. Stop worrying about it. Stop thinking that you're different. Stop thinking that, oh, there's something going on with me. I'm not experiencing panic attacks, but I'm experiencing a constant feeling of background anxiety. That's normal. Oh, I'm not experiencing a ton of intrusive thoughts, but I'm experiencing a ton of this background anxiety. That's normal. You don't have to have panic attacks. You don't have to have necessarily a ton of intrusive thoughts. You can still feel that. It doesn't need a reason to be there because the reason that it's there is tired nerves. That is the reason. It doesn't need any other reason to be there besides tired nerves, right? Besides tired nerves. So I think that sums it up. We could keep going in circles, but I think I pretty much said everything that you can possibly say about that topic. Thank you again for the viewer who's sponsored this stream. I forgot to put it in the title that this was a sponsored stream, but it is indeed a sponsored stream. As you can see, we hit our tip goal. We're moving on to a 7-day streak. If anybody out there would like to sponsor a stream, basically, if you hit our tip goal, you'll become the sponsor. But this is something that happens before the stream, so you got to get up with me, before the stream. Let me know you want to sponsor one, and I'll let you pick the stream topic, right? So thank you to the anonymous viewer who sponsored today's stream. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, man. If you did enjoy it, leave a big thumbs up. Normally our topics go on a little bit longer than 15 minutes, but honestly, this is just one of those topics that there's not much to say about it. I think we've said everything we can possibly say about it. So that was the point of today's stream, you guys. How's everybody doing, man? We're still going to do a post stream. We're going to hang out. We're going to answer questions. We're going to talk about it. Let's get our music back in here, shall we? Thank you again for watching today, guys. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna scroll up in chat, see what comments we missed. We got Maddie in the house. What's up, Maddie? We got Cliff. How you doing, Cliff? Sarah, Ava, Mikey. What are you guys doing? Tony, what's up, Tony? How you guys doing? Welcome. Let's see. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, that's the mindset to have, because any other mindset besides that is a fight. Any other mindset besides that is fuel to the fire. No other mindset besides it is what it is. This is just the consequences of being an entire nervous system. No other mindset besides that is going to get you where you want to be. No other mindset besides that is productive. No other mindset besides that is rational, right? Or logical. No other mindset besides... There's no point in fighting with my thoughts and feelings because I'm in a tired nervous system. That's why they're there. Any other mindset besides that is just, you know, it's not going to get you where you want to be. So I like that mindset. Anxiety wants to protect you, but it's confused. It's operating on bad data. That's one way to describe it. Absolutely. What's up, Dom? How you doing, dude? Had a great evening/night last night. Felt as close to normal as I felt in a long time. Was a fantastic break from all of this. Don't cling too much. Don't cling too much to those moments. Enjoy those moments, but understand when anxiety inevitably comes knocking back because you're still in recovery, right? That's okay too. That's okay too. And you're just going to see it right through with the advice, without a fight, without an argument. So enjoy those moments, but don't cling to those moments. Enjoy those moments, but make sure that you are expecting to go right back to the advice when need be, right? Does that make sense? Okay, guys, if you've got any questions, continue to get those questions out. What's up, brother? Feeling like a million today. Hey, I'd love to hear it. What's up, Rick? How you doing, dude? I love this man right here. Guys, how does the webcam look? Does it look good? Like I said, I spent 3 hours due to my own mistakes, really not making any progress with the webcam, but, you know, so I still have to tweak it. I still have to tweak it the right way later, but for now... Yes, we are purple on purpose. I've got purple lights. But for now, does it look better? I don't know. I can't tell. Because I'm not watching it on a phone or whatever. Does it look better than what we used to have? I hope so. I hope after all of that frustration, I hope it looks better. Be indifferent to the symptoms. There you go, Ivan. It looks very nice. I want to upgrade mine now. Thank you, Jennifer. If you're in the market for a good webcam, this is called the Nex Iris. It's like $200 on Amazon, normally like $260 or something. It's on sale. It's like $200, but it comes with a, I mean, how many webcams do you know? Look at the quality, man. How many webcams do you know that comes with a freaking remote, dude? I don't know what any of this does. I have no clue, and if I press something, I'll definitely fuck it up. But how many webcams do you know come with a remote control? I don't know of any, really. Camera looks high definition. Thank you, Ivan. After the stream is over, I'm going to go check it out. I'm going to watch my videos back on like my cell phone and see the difference. What if a thought is in the background but don't engage with it? Will it go away? Eventually, but don't look for it to go away. Just don't engage with it. It'll take care of itself in time. Don't look for the benefits of using this advice, guys. The benefits will come. You don't have to look for them. When you look for them, that means you're just obsessing about it, right? Looks good. Thank you, Sarah. Wonder, bro, I feel like I'm making progress on my anxiety. I just have the moments of panic from time to time, but rumination is a big one. Continue to work on it. This is not something you have to be perfect at. Nobody's perfect at this thing. Recovery is not linear. It looks a lot like this. Right? So continue to work on it, dude. You've got the advice. You just need to practice it. Hey, Wonder Bro, have you ever thought of making a Patreon? That'd probably help the channel. I've considered it in the past, but I've never gone through with it. Are you new here? I don't recall ever seeing your name. If you are new here, welcome. I've been struggling today with thinking about the strange, scary, and downright frightening feelings and thoughts I've been having with all this. Can't even explain it. Instead of trying to figure them out, man, instead of trying to put that puzzle together, you got to go right back into, hey, there's nothing I can do about this. There's nothing I can or need to do about this, right? That's the mindset to have. It has a remote. I saw the picture of your last one. I have the Logi webcam too. Definitely going to look into it. Thank you. Yes, it has a remote. How cool is that? Once I figure out what this does, I'll play with it a little bit. Hold on. I think I do know what this button does. Wait. Look at that. Look at it. Bruh. How cool is that? It can track you. It has a tracking mode. What webcam do you know has a tracking mode? I don't know of any. So anyway, if you're looking for a good webcam, I think this one's a winner. It's like unexplainable thoughts and feelings. Makes me think I have to be crazy or on my way to madness. You're going back into that obsession, right? You're going back into that obsession. It's time to get right back on track with your non-engagement response, what we call the accepting inner voice, and leave it at that. Leave it at that and continue to deploy that accepting inner voice. What is the accepting inner voice? You get a thought, you get a feeling. Instead of getting up in your head and engaging with it and fighting with it, you use a non-engagement response, the accepting inner voice. You say, hey, I can handle it. It is what it is. That's just one example of millions of different non-engagement responses you can use, right? Keep it short, sweet, and simple. Stop engaging in a fight with those thoughts and feelings. You got to get right back to that, right? I know you might feel like you're crazy and blah, blah, blah. We can talk about that stuff all day, but we're going to come full circle to the same conclusion which you got to get back to the practice. You're going to have to get back to the practice. No matter how crazy you might feel, I can tell you're not going crazy. But regardless of the reassurance, no matter how crazy you might feel, we got to get back to the advice, man. We got to get back to the advice. Hey, what's up, people? What's up, Wonder Bro? What's up, Elliot? Welcome to the stream, dude. Hope you're doing fantastic. Fantastic. So I'm going to try something real quick. I'm going to turn on one light and just see what happens, okay? Let's add a little bit of white to the mix. Nah, kind of, maybe. Nah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I like dark streams, man. I like dark streams. I like colors. That's always been me. That's always been me. I can't do nah. This is good. I like this. I can't get reassurance that I'm not crazy, but I saw the real me last night, so I got to let it go and wait for my brain to know it's anxiety again. You can definitely rely on those moments to remind yourself, hey, I've been here. I know what's going on. You can definitely use that as your non-engagement. The purple looks better. I agree. Thank you, Jennifer. I 100% agree. If you couldn't tell by now, purple is 100% my favorite color. There are a few things we can sort of mess with here. I don't want to get too deep into it on stream, because I'll just be here screwing with these settings and ignoring chat, and I don't want to do that. What was the point of the stream? The point of the stream was how, and I'll just kind of wrap it up for you. You can always go back and rewatch it, right? The point of the stream is how it's normal to feel a almost constant level of anxiety when you're in a sensitized nervous system. It does not just have to come in the form of panic attacks or intrusive thoughts. Did I miss a stream? Man, from the title, this is me. Well, ironically enough, the point of the stream was that this is everybody, right? The point of the stream was to let everybody know that if you're feeling a pretty much constant level of anxiety, that's just a part of being in a tired nervous system. So, ironically enough, the point of the stream was for you to not have to say anymore, wait a minute, this is so me. No, this is so everybody in a tired nervous system. This is so everybody in a tired nervous system, and that was really what I wanted to prove today. You don't stream on consistency. It's a very important part in your recovery, I think. Absolutely, Cliff, I agree. The camera quality of the stream is great. Thank you so much, Tony. I'm excited to go back and look at it after the stream is over, because I can't tell until I watch it back later. All right. I'm happy for all the things you've gotten from the time I started watching you to where you are now. You deserve it all. Thank you so much, Tony. I'm glad you liked the new setup, dude. I was just like, yeah, man, I think it's time for an upgrade. So I just found the best camera I could possibly find. I'm glad you can tell the difference. I'm glad it looks good. So let's see. I'm going to set my quality. Okay. Then I'm going to watch one of my old streams. Oh yeah, that's 100 times better. That's 100 times better. Okay, I'm happy with that. My root fear was always fear of failure, or if anxiety stops me from doing the things I want to, just always feel like I have to prove it wrong. Maybe you're obsessing about it a little bit too much, right? Take it day by day. We did a stream on that the other day where we said the only way that you're really going to make the progress that you probably want to make in your recovery is if you have a day-by-day mindset instead of looking at it as a mountain that you have to overcome. Because if you look at it as a mountain that you have to overcome, that's stressful in itself, right? That's stressful in itself, and it's going to make it so much more difficult. It's going to make it so much more difficult. I've never joined streams a whole lot before because I always showed up late, but joining them now is cool. I've never been to one all the way through. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I've been struggling, not gonna lie. Hey, Elliot, you know exactly what to do, right? You know exactly what to do. Restless legs are a symptom of anxiety. I'm always shaking my leg. It's like a nervous habit, right? If you're talking about like shaking your leg, shaking your foot, watch some guy, Dan talks about TMS, brain perceived danger and give pain to muscles and other parts in the body. The concept of recovery is same as anxiety. It's crazy what the brain could do. It absolutely is the way out through your most feared symptoms. The way out is to continuously approach with acceptance, right? Approach your symptoms with acceptance and continue to see them through. As Dr. Claire Weeks put it, see it right through, right? So absolutely. What's the difference between anxiety and stress? Not much. Not much. I think when it comes to stress, like real life stressors, you can handle those, right? And that's not going to throw you into sensitization. Everybody has real life stressors. I think when it comes to anxiety, a second fear is going to be a big difference between the two. Like real life stress is real life stress, right? But when you get into the territory of second fear, which means you start to fight with the way that you feel, you mentally start to obsess about it, or you mentally start to fight with your thoughts, that's when you're entering into, I guess you could say, anxiety territory, right? Anyway, I hope you lot are doing good. We are already miles ahead of everyone else just by being here. Stay strong, stay humble. Love it, Sean. Love it, Sean. Thank you for the positivity, dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let me see real quick here. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. Heard stress is harmful for your body. Well, everybody experiences stress, right? There's no such thing as having a perfect life. There's no such thing as a life that comes with zero stress. Like, that's just unrealistic. So everybody deals with a certain level of stress. So to say that stress is harmful for your body, I'll tell you, when you start to get into the territory of second fear, which means you start to obsess and fight with the way that you feel and your thoughts and your feelings, that's when it becomes a problem. Oh, God, we got an ad. That's when it becomes a problem, right? But to deal with stress, I mean, that's just a part of being human being. There's no world in which we live in to where you can just say, okay, for the rest of my days, I'm going to live a stressless life, right? It's just not realistic. It's just not realistic. So to sit around and worry about the impacts of stress on your body is just going to add more stress to your body. So it's very ironic in that way, right? It's very ironic in that way. What's up, everybody? What's up, Marvin? How you doing, dude? Welcome, man. I hope you're doing fantastic. I got a smoke in my eye. All right, let me see here. I want to try something. Thank you, of course, Daniel. No problem, dude. Let's get a bit closer here. That looks a little bit better. Okay. 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 I'm obviously not crazy, since I wouldn't be questioning that if I was, and no one around me thinks I am. So, time to let it go. Yes, it's time to let it go. You'll go back and forth on that all day, right? If you allow yourself to, you'll go back and forth on that all day. And that's what you want to avoid. What is up, Kate? Can't believe I did that with the filters. Oh my God. It's amazing the way you feel when you leave your thoughts and feelings alone. All thanks to you, man. Appreciate that, Cliff. Hey, keep practicing, dude. Keep practicing, man. Just like Ivan said, the brain is quite interesting. It's quite an amazing thing. You feel like you need to get involved with these thoughts and feelings because of how intense they are, but that's when you start to enter into second fear territory. It's just going to make everything worse. It's just going to make everything worse. You could even be really cliche and just get to the point where you say, what's the point, right? You could get to the point where you say, what's the point? Like, I could fight with this thought, I could fight with these feelings, but what's the point, right? You could actually even use that as your non-engagement statement. What is the point, right? And that's so true. It's so true. The only thing that you're going to gain, the only thing that you can possibly gain from fighting with your thoughts and feelings is empowering the thoughts and more of the feelings, right? Empowering the thoughts and more of the feelings. I think I've even had people here on the channel use "what's the point" as their non-engagement response. One thing that isn't talked about is how modern technology like social media is making anxiety worse. I can see that. I can see that. Clean up your social life. Clean up your social media. Stop following so many, so much negative crap. I think I'm lost. It's like people. It's like people who say the news makes their anxiety so much worse, and I'm kind of like, well, just turn it off. Turn it off. Simple solution. Simple solution. Turn it off. Right? But I understand the concept behind. I wouldn't say it's making sensitization worse. I would say that's a different topic. When it comes to social media leading to people comparing themselves to others, I can see that how that could make a general sense of anxiety pop up in a person, or stress, or frustration, or anger, all these negative emotions, whatever. Different topic as opposed to sensitization. But yeah, I can definitely see that, people comparing themselves to everyone else that they see online. I can definitely see that. Well, everybody sort of puts their, or at least most people, sort of put their best foot forward online, right? So it's no mystery why, unless you remember that when you get online and social media and all this different stuff, you're going to be comparing yourself, right? You just need to remember that everybody puts their best foot forward online. That's what people do. What if certain people make your anxiety worse? Should you avoid them even if they are your friends or not? That's really a loaded question. I don't know the situation. I don't know what your friends get up to, right? I don't know what your friends get up to. So, is this a new camera? Because I can't tell the difference. Set your quality up. Set your quality up in the stream. Yes, this is the new camera, Kate. Sometimes you have to manually set the quality up. I'm not sure why. Can you guys... Was everybody in the stream earlier lying to me? Does it really not look any better? Does it really not? Now I'm really fucking sad. God damn it. All that money. And all that work. Okay, there we go. Okay. I don't know why that did that. Interesting. See you, Sky. Thank you for being here, dude. Appreciate you. I literally cannot wait to feel better again. I hate this shit, man. Really? How long have you been here? God damn it, Elliot. How long have you been here? The bluff of the thoughts is the most annoying part of this condition. It's the tired nerves playing off the intrusives, right? And that's where your non-engagement comes into play. Like, you realize it's not the real you, right? You realize it's not the real you. You realize that there's absolutely no point in fighting with the thoughts, because the thoughts are only causing a reaction due to the tired nervous system, not because of anything else, right? Not because the thoughts have any sort of truth behind them or reality behind them. None of that. It's all because of the tired nervous system. And you get to the point where you realize that if you stop fighting with them, engaging with them, right? If you stop fighting and engaging with them, they will start to leave you alone. Probably not as quickly as you would like, but they will. And that's the point that you have to get to, where you make that realization. Or else you just go in circles, right? You just go in circles. Let me see real quick. Okay, that's already set up. There we go. Maybe I should put my glasses on. I don't know. Put those on and we'll see if it helps. Thoughts create the anxiety in the body. It's often unconscious, though. So when you fight with these thoughts, man, and they become conscious, when the unconscious becomes conscious, which means when your subconscious mind starts to make things conscious and you get intrusives, to fight with them and argue with them is the number one mistake that people make, right? It's the number one mistake people make. To fight with what comes to the surface is another way that you could say it. And it's all... You're seeing all of life, and you're seeing all of these thoughts through the lens of sensitization, which means these thoughts are going to be bigger than they actually are. These feelings are going to come very swiftly with the thoughts. And when you get involved with that, and instead of using a non-engagement response, which we call the accepting inner voice, you just full force try to fight with these thoughts and feelings. You empower them, you fuel them, and you make it so much worse. You tell the brain that these thoughts are important. You tell the brain that you're in danger when you fight with these thoughts and feelings mentally. And that's why when the unconscious becomes conscious, you have to sit in the fire. You have to sit in the fire. I've heard it referred to that many times, and it's almost like feel the burn. You have to feel the burn without adding more gas to the fire, right? You have to feel the burn without adding more gas to the fire. So what's up, Raymond? Hey, Wonder Bro, how's it going? Couldn't thank you enough for the 2 main keys that has healed me from being super sensitized. I use it for everything life throws at me now. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. Thank you for that positivity. Thank you for popping in and sharing that with everybody, Raymond. I really appreciate it, dude. Were you ever afraid of people, even if people you knew when sensitized? When you're in a sensitized state, you can be afraid of some of the most ridiculous things. And again, it comes back to just the nervous system being so tired and so on edge that anything can tip it off. And that includes other people, yes. I wasn't necessarily afraid of other people, but that is not uncommon. That is not uncommon. Because again, a tired nervous system can be afraid of pretty much anything and everything. A tired mind and tired body can latch on to a lot of different things and become a quote-unquote afraid of them, right? You have to see through that bluff. You have to see through that bluff. Let me see, Elliot. Are you talking about the comment where you said always catches me off guard? Is that what you're referring to? I'm sorry, I know I'm stupid for the comment I made earlier. Oh, the reason I didn't read them is because you called yourself stupid, and you're not stupid, so why would I read that? Right? So I just casually scrolled right past that comment because you're not stupid. You're not stupid. But it is my job to call people out on second fear crap, right? Just because I want you to get better, so... what if you're not scared of the feeling but the thought? Same concept, right? Same concept, and you just want to forget it. You can't forget it by wanting to forget it, so you're going to have to allow it to be there, right? Without a fight, without engagement. Just use your non-engagement responses. You know, it is what it is, or whatever you want your non-engagement response to be. Short, sweet, and simple, but you can't forget it by wanting to forget it. It's paradoxical in that way. Very paradoxical in that way. Oh, I absolutely agree with you 110%, gamer. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it's scary, but let the nerves settle. Let the nerves settle. Sean says the mind wants a reaction. Starve it. Absolutely, 110%. How do I use your practice without obsessing on it? I go all or nothing, telling myself to accept all the time. It just makes me more focused on the anxiety. Well, the advice is to not tell yourself to accept all the time, right? If you think about what the advice is, that isn't the advice. The advice is to live your life as normally as possible, right? And to not mentally fight with your thoughts and feelings. So the advice isn't to go around very tensely all the time telling yourself accept. The advice is to live as normally as possible, and when those thoughts and feelings are there, right, when they're present, don't engage with them, don't fight with them in a negative mental way. Just remind yourself, hey, you know what, I can handle this, or, you know, that's just one of many examples of what we would call the accepting inner voice. But yeah, and you don't have to go around saying that 24/7. It's just when you notice that you start to fight with your thoughts and feelings mentally, that's when you should probably use the accepting inner voice, right? But you don't have to go around using it 24 hours a day. Yeah, so if you're like very tensely telling yourself, oh God, accept, so that these things will go away. No, don't do that. Don't do that, right? Instead, live your life as normally as possible. And when you do notice that you're engaging mentally in a negative fashion, fighting with these thoughts and feelings, then you can use that accepting inner voice, right? Then you can use that accepting inner voice. When I gave up fighting with the mind, I finally realized this is how it's done, and recovery comes quite fast. I love it, Cliff. I love it. What does it look like to stop fighting with the mind? It looks like you stop arguing with it. You stop trying to figure these thoughts out. You just agree with it. Agreeing with it. Oh, shit. Agreeing with it. There you go. That's what it looks like to stop fighting with the mind. Is basically just to be in agreement with it, right? So the mind says this, okay. Not trying to disagree with it, not trying to fight with it. If you're ever in disagreement with your thoughts, then you're arguing with them, right? You might as well just say, hey, you know what? It is what it is. Has anyone healed that's been anxious since childhood? Dude, I remember being in church at like 10 years old crying about the afterlife. These crackers slap, dude. I cried every morning before school and do anything I could to not go. Same. I literally, my parents had to take me out of Head Start because I'd cry before school and I wouldn't go. And then if I did go, they'd have to call my parents to come get me. So I can relate to that one. What are your thoughts on secondary emotions might be the cause of anxiety, like repressed anger, which is very common? I would say heal your nerves and let's see if that's still an issue, right? Because when you start digging deeper, is it repress this or repress that? You're obsessing, and when you obsess, you're setting your nerves off. So I say heal your nerves first, and then you can see if you want to dig around anymore. But I can almost guarantee that once you heal your nerves, you're not going to want to dig around. Right, so once you drop the obsession and you start to do the work here and the nerves get into a better state, I can almost guarantee you will lose all interest in the subject completely. Hi, just joining. What's up, stilettos? We're just eating crackers and drinking cranberry juice. I'm eating peanut butter crackers. Nice. I appreciate that, gamer. Very true. Just don't entertain the thoughts. Takes a bit of work. Why you have to be consistent. Absolutely. And by don't entertain, basically don't engage, don't fight with. You have described me perfectly. Wonder Bro sensitized nerves. What's up, Rich? So did I get you correctly? It's more of an undoing rather than doing healing from this. I always tell people that I'm here to teach people how to stop doing things rather than teaching them how to do something, right? How to stop fighting with your thoughts and feelings. It is saying that a thought is, I'm sorry, where did that comment go? Sorry, random. Fighting or not. I would say, honestly, dude, you don't want to try to stop every thought at the door and say, oh no, that's not true, that's not true. You don't want to engage with it in a true or not true fashion. You want to notice the thought, and you want to basically just say, okay, you know, that sort of is what it is, and not take it any further, because if you try to start to fight with it and argue with it, oh, that's not true, or that is true, or you're going to go down a very deep rabbit hole, right? And that's just empowering the thought. So your best bet when these thoughts show up is to not say, oh, that's true or that's not true. Your best bet is to accept these thoughts and don't engage with them. Don't fight with them. Just say, hey, you know what? There it is, right? Acknowledge, you know, it is what it is. And that's not going to make you feel great right away. It's going to take time, but that's okay. That's okay. It will take time, but that's okay. Hey, Wonder Bro, what's up, donkey? Whatever you want your accepting inner voice to be, right? How you kind of respond to these thoughts. Remember that there's a difference between engaging in a big, long, drawn-out fight with them and just kind of telling yourself, hey, it is what it is. A non-engagement response. So an engagement response is sort of like a fight or an argument, which is what you don't want to do. A non-engagement response is more of just like a neutral statement where you're just like agreeing with it. Basically just agreeing with it. It is what it is, sort of deal. So you could call it watching the thoughts consciously, which basically just means they're there, you're aware of them, but there's no sort of argument. So is it normal after to feel in constant danger and anxiety, right? Yes, those feelings are very normal. It is what it is with the beautiful scenery in the background, and I meditate to that every morning. So calming. What's wrong with my voice? So calming and spiritual. I'm glad you like the older videos, the classics, Sean. Yeah, I feel like most people go down the path of sensitization after like a first panic attack. I mean, that's not always the case, but I feel like that's pretty common. Because that's when the bad habits officially start to begin, right? Fighting with your thoughts and feelings. Not always the case, like I said, but I feel like it's the case for a lot of people. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're at the 1 hour mark. We're going to start to wind this one down, our sponsored stream today. Thank you again for sponsoring Anonymous. I appreciate you. Wonder, bro, you watching The Last of Us? I'm not, but I would like to. I would like to. Is it any good? Is it all that it's made out to be? All right, you beautiful people. Thank you guys so much for being here today, man. I really do appreciate it. This was a good one. I'm happy with this one. Thank you guys for checking in, man. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the likes, the support, the positivity. It means a ton to me. I love you guys, and like I always say, you know, everything that we do here on the channel wouldn't be possible without you guys. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for, you know, subscribing and liking and commenting. I appreciate all that good stuff. Thank you so much one last time. I appreciate you. Thank you. I can't say it enough. I will see you guys very, very soon. All right? Till next time, as always, stay awesome.